Oh, my dude, what? Hold on. I'm 5 foot probably if I don't, so you just look this. Dude, you know that again. Last shot,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
No fail. Ooh, you too close. Oh, wait.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight.
What? Man,
and let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect?
Quit fouling, James. Oh, snap. I thought I had the ball. Miss Light. Miss Light. What? Those are red lights, okay? What?
Boosie, who is your man?
The dude say Bucky.
Who's your man?
I know. I said I'm the dude who said I broke it. No. No, I said I broke it. What? Those are green. Okay, that was a green light, but I don't know why to get those.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Hart.
Oh, that's only pretty good. This is how you make it rain from the corner 3.
Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to Orlando.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Gasol with Noah at the 5. Heinrich is out there with Kemba Walker, and it's Batum in at the 3 spot. Walker against Rose. Noah with a screen on Rose. Walker's shot is off.
You guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cotton mouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Count the bucket.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Now here's Curry. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now, under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
I'm ready to make it.
Heinrich with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Heinrich kicks to Gasol. Shot from 16. Another one falls for Chicago.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Curry's shot is good.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Walker. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
Was he physical? I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over. Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now, here's Curry. He's got 8. Rose, no good.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
So for San Diego, their last game will win against the Atlanta Hawks.
Hey guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stopping.
Now here's Hyman. 5 points in the game. Here's Gasol. Tries again. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. San Diego, they've gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And the basket by Curry.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls front office. Surprised a lot of people, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Outside Batum. Shots good by Walker.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Kaminsky sets the pick for Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. They get the rebound. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for San Diego.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Chicago making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. Dunleavy comes in for Nicholas Batum. Sonny Snell's checked in for Kirk Hyman. And it's Brooks in for Kemba Walker.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Curry outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of San Diego this year.
And two teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Yeah, you know, they split the season series, Greg, and you look at it, was it matchups? Perhaps good fortune or luck. Tonight we'll increase the sample size by 1 game and see who comes out on top.
That's good.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
And the defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Mirotic dishes to Snell. Dunleavy kicks to Mirotic. The 3. Shot misses. Along there, Kirk drilled it. What is the clock hit? All zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Gotta have big-time nerves to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls. I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates, Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. Hey, guys, what's your take on San Diego so far?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
So for Chicago right now, Mirotic is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Dunleavy. Then it's Brooks. And it's Snell in at the shooting guard. There's a screen. It's Curry outside. Another 3 for San Diego.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. the defense is just not there.
Really left alone that time. Snell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and their start.
DeAndre, so fat ass. DeAndre. Fat boy Andre. Fat boy cheap man. Andre. Good man. Big man. Big man. Big man.
To get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available. Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Well, great for Hoiberg. It's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clarkie came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly... respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be... looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team.